Today I'm on about the THQ disaster and what we as gamers can learn about it. Make sure to put a comment below so we can discuss the issue, but first, my opinion. I'm Tarmack and this is Feature Creep. When THQ and Humble announced they'd be working together, the internet became very skeptical, and while it wasn't the lowest average price paid in a Humble bundle to date, for the value of games involved in the bundle, the price paid was terrible. The industry knew that the company was in trouble at the time, but perhaps wasn't aware of just how bad it was going to be. Otherwise, I suspect the average price paid would have been higher. The aftermath of the THQ bankruptcy filing has been hopeful and heartbreaking depending on which property you loved. Homefront went to Crytek, Relic to Sega, South Park to Ubisoft, and Koch Media picked up Metro. The really sad part about all of this isn't the assets that got bought, because there's at least a chance of good products making their way to market. The same cannot be said for Vigil Games. Darksiders and Darksiders 2 were a gamble, and it sounds like their unannounced project was another original IP. The creativity lost is unfortunate, and even though there's a possibility they may yet be purchased, the studio is already dead and its developers moving on. Buying a studio in such a state will not result in positive things. So what can we as gamers learn from the vaporization of THQ, or Toy Headquarters as it was known in the 90s before it got into video games? First, that nothing is certain. There is no guarantee that our favorite companies will continue to produce good games or even make any more games at all. As the titles we love have grown more complex, so have the teams that make them. As nice as it is to look at the sales numbers and gawk at millions of copies sold, it's put in perspective when you look at operating budgets and see them in the hundreds of millions of dollars. Games aren't cheap. We also have to maintain a healthy level of skepticism. The buyers of THQ's assets would have you believe that things will go on without any hiccups, business as usual. You need to be slightly wary when consuming various press releases and such, as they're written by marketing teams. Marketing and sales, to paraphrase George Carlin, is the art of positioning yourself behind the customer and servicing the account. Just don't go to Metacritic to find out if a game is good, though. Even further than that, and I know that I've harped on this plenty in the past, we need to make it clear to the game industry that games as a service is unacceptable. Any forced online component of the games that we buy could make us all victims of the next THQ, because it's hard to keep servers being online a priority when you're shutting studios down. And maybe the next time a studio puts up a Humble bundle of the magnitude that THQ did, we could dig a little bit deeper than the $5.97 for easily $100 worth of video games. Would it have solved THQ's problems? No, but it would make the average game consumer look a little less cheap. And hopefully Sega doesn't content claim all of Relic's stuff on YouTube. So do you have any other lessons to learn from the THQ bankruptcy? Post them in the comments below. That's all I have to say. Tarmack out.